Hello, I am Andrea Barber with the Community Plan section, and I will be presenting on a proposed policy amendment, a request to amend the North Nashville Community Plan. This meeting is being presented by Andrea Barber from the Metro Planning Department and Councilmember Taylor for District 21. During this presentation, we will discuss the following: purpose of this meeting, background information, policy and zoning, requested land use policy, and question and discussion. Councilmember Taylor submitted to the Metro Nashville Planning Department a request to change land use policy for the area outlined in red on the map. The Planning Department is sharing this presentation in order to explain the requested change to the North Nashville Plan and provide an opportunity for community members to ask questions, express concern, and let us know your thoughts. The Urban Neighborhood Evolving Policy being studied is located between Clifton Avenue and Jefferson Street and I-40 and the CSX Railroad in District 21. We are only focusing on the areas that are currently designated as T4 and E. Since the late 1980s, Nashville has used community plans as a means of applying Nashville Next, the countywide long-range plan, which is very broad. Within Nashville Next are 14 community plans that are tailored to the issues and needs of each community. These community plans, along with other plans, guide where development and preservation should occur in each community. The area we are discussing tonight has a star on it and is within the North Nashville Community Plan. These plans are created with the community, adopted by the Planning Commission, and updated with the community, not stagnant documents, snapshots in time with the ability and process to be amended. In order to implement the vision established in the community plan, we use land use policy, which addresses the form and character of development. Every property in Nashville has a land use policy referred to as a community character policy. Each policy is defined in this document, the Community Character Manual. These policies are the standard by which future zone change requests are measured. Policy guides Planning Commission recommendations to Metro Council for zone change requests. Zone change requests that are consistent with existing policies have a higher likelihood of approval recommendation from the Planning Commission. Current zone change request is not consistent with existing policy, therefore applicants have to request an amendment to existing land use policy. Public engagement is a major part of the plan amendment process. Planning in Nashville has for many years used the transect, which is a system of categorizing, understanding, and guiding the various development patterns of a region, from the most rural to the most urban. The transect calls for all elements of the natural and built environment to be consistent with the character of the transect category within which they are located. This map displays the current surrounding policy, which includes civic, district major institutional, district industrial, open space, T4 urban mixed-use neighborhood, T4 urban neighborhood evolving, T4 urban mixed-use corridor, and transition. T4NE policy is applicable to areas that are zoned residential, where the primary land use is residential, or that are envisioned to become primarily residential. T4NE policy is typically applied in the following situations: where there is an expressed interest in the area's development pattern progressing to promote a mixture of housing types and greater connectivity, or existence of the following characters: high vacancy rates, high proportion of vacant land, high potential of consolidation of subdivision of incongruent lots, incongruity between the existing land use and the zoning, proximity to evolving centers or corridors, and or age and condition of the existing development. T4 urban neighborhood maintenance areas will experience some changes over time, primarily when buildings are expanded or replaced. When this occurs, efforts should be made to retain the existing character of the neighborhood. Where transportation infrastructure is insufficient or not present, enhancements are necessary to improve pedestrian, bicycle, and vehicular connectivity. T4NM areas have an established development pattern consisting of the following: moderate to high density residential development and institutional land uses, regularly spaced buildings with shallow setbacks and minimal space between, lots generally accessed from the alleys, consistent use of lighting and generally more formal landscaping, high levels of connectivity with complete streets networks, clearly distinguishable boundaries identified by block structure, consistent lot size, and building placement. This policy amendment will be heard at the April 13th, 2023 Metro Planning Commission meeting. If you have any additional questions, please follow up with Andrea Barber at the Planning Department at 615-880-2466.